Once upon a time, there was a village where a boy lived with his parents. He was 12 years old. One day, the boy visited his grandfather's village after many years. There, he spent all his time playing with his grandfather. While playing, the boy said to his grandfather, "Grandpa, when I grow up, I will become very successful and show everyone. Can you tell me some ways to become successful?" Smiling, his grandfather took him to a plant shop where small plants were sold. His grandfather bought 2 small plants and brought them home. He planted one plant in a big pot indoors and placed it inside the house. He planted the other plant outside the house. Then he asked his grandson, "Which plant do you think will grow bigger in the future?" The boy thought for a while and replied, "The plant we planted inside the house will grow bigger, because it will be safe from every problem inside the house. The plant we planted outside faces the risk of many things like the sun's rays, storms, heavy rain, and animals." Smiling, his grandfather said, "Let's see about the future with these 2 plants." 4 years later, the boy visited his grandfather's house again. After seeing his grandfather, he asked him again about how to be successful in life. This time, his grandfather smiled and said, "First, let's look at those 2 plants we planted a few years ago." Saying this, he took him to the same place where they had planted the plant inside the house. They saw that the plant had grown big. Then they went to the place where they had planted the other plant outside. They saw that the small plant had grown into a huge and sturdy tree. Its branches were very strong and long, and its shadow covered the entire ground. Now, the boy's grandfather looked at him and asked, "Can you tell which plant has grown bigger and stronger? Which plant has become more successful?" The boy said, "The plant we planted outside, but Grandpa, how is this possible? This plant must have faced many dangerous situations and problems, yet it has become such a big tree." His grandfather looked at him and said, "You're right. The plant we planted outside must have faced many problems and dealt with them, which is why it has become so big and strong. By dealing with those problems, it has grown so much, and now it can grow its branches as much as it wants. And the problems like storms, heavy rain, and strong winds have made its branches even stronger. That's why it has become a huge tree today, and now all those problems seem small to it." Then his grandfather looked at him and said, "Son, always remember one thing. Until you struggle in your life, until you don't go through difficulties, you cannot achieve success in your life. If you always make comfortable choices in your life, you won't grow as much as you can. And if you stay ready for every problem, always ready to struggle, then achieving any goal won't be impossible for you, and then big problems will seem small to you." After hearing this, the boy took a deep breath and started looking towards that huge and big tree. His grandfather's words were spinning in his mind. Friends, we consider problems, obstacles, and difficulties as enemies of our lives, but these obstacles and difficulties make us strong and make us more successful in our lives. And someone has rightly said that if problems are not coming into your life, then understand that you are on the wrong track. So friends, if you want to reach this story to more people, then like this video.